Well, Daredevil fans seem to be winning with the return of Karen Page and Bullseye. And now we've got a very interesting update on the episode count for each one of these characters, and it might be pretty telling because it might reveal a key story plot that could happen in the series. Let's dive in, talk a little bit of Daredevil, and why Karen Page should be on the lookout for Bullseye. Now before we do that though, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and ring that bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC videos, and we want to be your place for all the superhero news, but we're going to bring it to you truthfully and transparently so you are really in the know. Well, although we're still awaiting an official word, it really does appear that Eldon Henson and Duran Wall are set to return as Foggy Nelson and Karen Page in Daredevil Born Again. The characters were removed in the original rebirth of the show, and a lot of fans were pretty upset about that, and once the show went back to the drawing board, that seemed to be one of the decisions that was reversed immediately. Now, yesterday we found out Wilson Bethel will indeed return as Bullseye, but shortly after that video dropped, the story was actually confirmed by Deadline, but they expanded it a little bit, and they actually revealed how many episodes he's set to appear. Now, in the first half of the show, which is still supposed to be 9 episodes, apparently Wilson Bethel will be in 3 of those episodes, meaning this is not a small part and is likely to have a solid character arc. Now, earlier today, we started getting similar reports about Karen Page. Now, this particular report comes from Daniel Rickman, so this is definitely not Deadline, and although Rickman's record can be pretty positive at times, this is also an unconfirmed report and not coming from trades. What he's saying is Karen Page will also be involved for 3 episodes, and quite honestly guys, this had me thinking about quite a few things. Now, first and foremost, given this is basically season 1, 3 episodes is not very many, and Karen was a huge part of the old series. But then when you layer that with the fact that Bullseye is also getting a 3-episode arc, things might be looking pretty grim for Karen. Now, many people were pretty bad that Karen originally was killed off screen, and if you know the comics, then you know moving her back on screen for the same number of episodes that Bullseye is on screen, well, that also could spell some pretty bad news. Now, in case you didn't know, in the comics, Bullseye actually kills Karen Page. Now, this is in a scene very similar to the season 3 church scene, and some people were wondering if that was going to happen then, and it didn't. Now, this is far from confirmation that Karen won't survive this first season of Born Again, but I would be pretty worried about the character. But ultimately, this is a way better choice and will probably satisfy fans. People who are Daredevil fans know Karen Page dies in the comics, and we've been wondering when that could possibly happen in the series. I actually thought it was going to happen in that season 3 scene, and with the outrage that people had with her dying off-screen, Marvel may have simply shifted that to an on-screen death, and we'll see her meet her fate in the first season of Born Again. Now, this also calls into question poor Foggy Nelson and whether Eldon Henson will also return to be summarily killed off also. I really want to see at least one of these characters live on. But if we have a series of episodes with Bullseye on a rampage, I could very well see him killing both of them, and that being a major driving point for the Devil of Hell's Kitchen. Now again, Karen appearing in 3 episodes has not been confirmed yet, and Wilson Bethel came from Deadline, so neither are technically from Marvel, but we are going to keep a close eye on the story, and I just simply find the coincidence here too much to ignore, so I think it's something we should all pay attention to.